Hello, everyone. Welcome to LPodcast. In this episode, we'll learn more about the experience the delegates that came back from UC Berkeley had. We are the team of LPodcast, and we are Cafe Leon from First Back.
I'm María Grazia from First C back. I'm Daniela Vargas, I'm from First B.
And I'm Caterina for First C.
And our guests are
Victoria Mason from Second Back A.
Álvaro from First Back C.
Camila Arauz from 10th A.
Amy Sanchez from First Back A.
Aileen Velasquez from First Back B.
Well, the guest presents here were part of a United Nations camp that took place in Berkeley. They stayed there for 1 week and got many knowledge. During their stay, they had classes about what to do in a model, and in the final day, they were able to have a simulation of a model in order to practice.
Well, now we are going to start asking some questions in order to know a little bit more about your experiences.
So, with no further ado, let's start with these questions. Amy, what did you guys do in California at UC Berkeley?
Well, we got classes. We got intensive classes to prepare for Immune and build international relationships.
Could you please tell us what Immune is?
MOON is Model of United Nations. It's meant for high school and university students, and this aims to educate them for the MOON agenda, international relationships, and diplomacy.
Well, that sounds extremely interesting. Where do you stay?
We stayed at the UC Berkeley Cal dorms.
Was it clean or dirty?
It was very tidy.
Well, that's fantastic.
Álvaro. What was the most valuable thing you learned with this program?
Oh, that is a very good question. While we did learn a lot, and I would say that all of the skills we learned were very valuable, I think the most valuable skill we learned was the ability to write resolutions. Resolutions being basically a committee's final paper on the topic at hand. Right? We not only learned how to make our resolutions legal and plausible, but also evocative and very, the word I guess would be interesting, captivating even. Wouldn't you agree, Maria?
Absolutely. It was a lovely experience that we learn a lot, and we have another point of view about what MUN is. We have sessions with very prepared people, and well, that.
Yeah, I think that what you just mentioned is important for our life because we need to develop problem-solving skills. They are extremely important in our life.
Yes, cafe, definitely. Camila, what was the most exciting moment on the trip?
Well, I think every single moment of the trip was pretty exciting and pretty fun. It also taught us a lot about what we need to know for being in a simulation of United Nations. However, I think the most important thing to learn was the final simulation, because there we could put in practice all the things we learned, like how to write resolutions, how to improvise, how to talk to other people, and all the other amazing things we learned at this program.
Well, that seems super thrilling, Camila. Yeah, I.
Absolutely, but I want to know more about the activities that you realized. How were they, Arlene? Could you please tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure, of course. Well, our activities were like searching about the policy of our country. And also we have to make opening speeches and writing a resolution like Álvaro said. So in the classes that we have that started like in 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the rest of the day after 5 p.m. we have like a a free time and we can do whatever we want in our dorms because we were LP students, so ISP students. So that's it. And also our activities on the weekend were like we can go outside and buy some things that we want to or other things.
That seems fun.
I also want to add that something very important about all of these activities was how varied they were. Right, we never did the same thing twice, and I think that really helped us learn because we did just a little bit of everything. To be quite fair.
Well, that's actually for me very nice because it's like you all of you guys do like things you'd never did before. So I think that that's very good and very productive for the students that went there, and I'm very happy for you guys that you all enjoyed it.
Yes. Maria Victoria, do you consider that the training you received was useful for a modern event?
Of course, I think that all the experience that we got there uh, was uh, was important, because as what I said, we got another point of view. We got a more formal things, and we learn about how Álvaro said how to write a resolution that is important. We learn about a crisis, that is one thing that happened in Moon, uh, and we learn about how to research better. We need that skills also to in our daily day in a school. So yeah.
Eileen, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I would like to add that the information that we get there was very useful because of we get a website when we can get our country policy easier to find than like looking for in a lot of links of our countries. So we have like for each country's policy you have to put in the website like find a link with org that is like a confident web link to look for the information. So that's
Oh, well, okay. I'm very happy you got to learn a lot from this program, especially if it did in fact help you for a model, and also can bring new opportunities for your academical future.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Daniela, now could everyone please tell us if you like this experience, if you recommend this to someone else, and why?
Well, first of all, I want to recommend all of the schools people to join Moon. If only could be once, but it's an incredible experience that changed your life. Uh, I I also think that it opens you a lot of doors in a professional way, and that's it.
And I also very much enjoyed it. I think I learned a lot, not only concrete academic stuff, like how to write resolutions, how to write speeches, how to research, but also a lot of social stuff, how to be able to interact with people, how to be able to get people to like me and want to work with me, and to get them to agree with the things I wanted. So I think I really liked being able to learn about that. And I would recommend this experience for anyone who wants that, who wants to be able to get all of these amazing skills.
Well, I pretty much think it was an awesome experience. We all got to learn a lot of things, and also we had a blast over there. We learned how to write speeches, resolutions, how to research, how to interact to other people, how to convince them to hear your ideas. But also we got to meet new friends that we'll have for life. This taught us a lot, and now we can put all of this in practice in our next Model UN that I guess it will be in Malaysia. So we are very happy for that, And also, I would totally recommend this for everyone who wants to get out of the box and just do different stuff that you can do with other people, interaction, and also get to know how far you can go.
Well, it was an incredible experience being there. You make a lot of connections, and just as Álvaro said, it's not only academic stuff. You get a new point of view for your life and how you interact with others and how you take different situations that could present to you.
Well, in my case, I actually recommend it at all because it was an awesome experience. Like my friends said, we write a lot of up speeches, resolutions, and we interact with people. That was the most interesting fact of that trip. So we knew people from all around the world, and I recommend this program to all of the people because it will take you to the next step of a MUN model. So if you like to participate and interact in the model, it will be awesome to take this program.
Now that we know that you liked this experience, what was the thing that you liked the most?
Well, I think we all liked everything, but the most important thing is that's another world. It's just another world in the one you can explore different things, you can interact with new friends, and you can get this understanding from people not from your culture, and you can get to know more about different people and different stuff and everything. Well, it was just what we all needed, I guess, and I would totally think that if you start joining Model U, and you can get to do stuff like this, to win stuff like this, and to get where you couldn't imagine to go.
The thing that I like the most of this program was the fact of interact with new people and meet new people from around the world. So also I like the thing that you can learn how to make a speech without losing the formality language. So that's interesting and a fun fact.
Personally, what I liked the most was that we had mentors. They were our mentors in MUN, and every day they give us feedback about what we did right and what we did wrong in the day, so we could be able to correct or improve these things, these mistakes.
It's very hard to choose a single specific event that I enjoyed the most, but if I really had to, I would say the final simulation would be the thing I liked the most, because it felt for me like a culmination of everything we had been doing up to that point, right? We felt like everything that I had learned and practiced on the 4 previous days sort of came together right at this moment to really let all of us shine in this final simulation. So yeah, that's, I think, the best part.
Well, as Álvaro said, it's very difficult to choose one moment in specific, but the most important that I think we realized that is that we met new people. We met people of China, India, Malaysia, from the US. So knowing that people, we were able to know about more cultures and how their language, their stuff, and we joke around that, and it was really amazing. It was hilarious hearing them trying to say words in Spanish. So yes, I really appreciate all the people that I knew there, and knowing my friends. That's it.
I think we all came together with this, not just with other people, but with ourselves and with the people we traveled with. Because before this, I didn't had this relationship or this friendship with the 4 people that are here, and I really appreciate how we could build this friendship during the trip, because we share things that I can't share with my daily friends. I can share with them how to write a speech, how I can relate to other people, to other cultures. That is something I can't talk every day about. So I really appreciate that, and I wanted to tell you guys this, and I really appreciate the people also I met there. It was an awesome experience. I learned a lot, and I actually enjoyed it.
Yes, as Camila said, I mean, we know each other more. We knew each other more, especially because with these people we travel, and we were alone in another country. So we were like I mean, for being cursive, but we were like still being traveling there. So yes, that was beautiful.
Yeah, like my friend said, we didn't get that confidence before the program. So I actually knew Álvaro because we were in the last year in the same grade. So I knew Camila because I was with her in like a training for her model virtually. Mavi is new in the school, so I actually knew her in this program, and Amy because our brothers are friends. So like I didn't get that confidence before, and now like I have new friends thanks to this program. So that's amazing.
So guys, this is a general question. Did you guys were scared at the beginning because all of you mentioned that you didn't have like that confidence when you all were about to go? So I can imagine that the thought about being alone in another country without your families or friends, because as I know, not many of you could like know each other before. So the thought that being alone is scary. So I want to know your guys' opinion and thoughts when you knew that you should have be there alone.
I can't speak for the rest, but I don't think I was scared so much as anxious, right? Because at the end of the day, I knew that I could rely both on the people at the camp and to my friends here, right? So I think I was just anxious about the actual process, but never scared. I think we could all rely on each other, and I think that helped.
More than scared, I was excited for this trip. I wasn't traveling alone. I was traveling with my mom, who traveled with all the group, and so I knew I had the support in here whenever I wanted to. I never needed it, but I knew I had it. I was excited to be there and meet new people. That was the part I was most excited of, rather than being scared.
Well, I wasn't scared, I think so. I was like looking forward to arrive and meet new people. So, this isn't my first trip. Their first trip, flying alone with Magacha. So, I wasn't like with fear. I was anxious, excited because these experiences were new to me. I have never been a MUN conference or a MUN training because I was the one who trained the delegates of the school. So,
Well, talking for me, I was pretty scared, like not that scared, but it was my first time traveling alone. So, like, I was scared of what if I miss the flight or what if this happens. And I actually haven't met any of the people I was traveling with. I think I only knew Álvaro and Eileen because of the past model UN I was in, and the reason I was invited to this Berkeley experience that I really enjoyed. So I was kind of scared, but mostly I was super excited because it was like I have my own freedom. I can like see at which time I get the flight or all those stuff. Even though I was traveling in a group, I felt like this liberty of doing more what I want, but also kind of this scary. But when I was like, the first flight was the one that was scary. After that, it was all just fun.
Well, for me, I was very scared. This was my first travel alone with no mom and dad. I was by myself. and I felt very nervous because of migration. So I was like all the time I was, but yes, when I come there, when I went there, I was very excited to meet new people. I was very happy to see all that people around us, like from different faces, different expressions, and I was like, oh, they're different. Ah. So yes, and I really love the fact that we got all of us. We got one thing in common that was the immune, that we like that. So yes, I have new friends now that, as you know, I'm new in this school, but I got new friends and I love them. They are really, really special people, and that's it. Thanks.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Maria Victoria, Álvaro, Camila, Amy, and Eileen. You are a great example for everyone in our school, as partaking in a Model UN is a high-level task that not everyone is willing to take. Your answers were delightful, and they will help us know more about your experience. This could perhaps motivate other students, making them join a Model UN representing the school. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This was our podcast.